wife's my principal. Yo, my wife is my principal, man. And somebody said, I'm in love with a woman that hates me. Fellas, have you ever felt like that? I'm in love with a woman that hates me. Let me see fire signs. Let me see fire signs if you're in love with a woman that hates you. Are you in love with a woman that hates you? And so sometimes you feel like that, huh? Like, damn, like, the fuck I gotta do? And that's definitely not about me, but that's, one of my friends said that. He said, yo, I'm in love with a woman that hates me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I couldn't understand it, but he was dead ass serious. He said, I'm in love with a woman that hates me. And so what's the perfect woman? So we like a woman that got a little toxic with her. Because you like that little argument, that back and forth. Otherwise, the shit is boring, right? But at the same time, could you be in love with a woman that hates you? Yo, look, man, I don't make it up. It's what the gods do. I don't make it up. You know what I'm saying? Breaking news, Eric Adams wins the primary up in New York for the Democratic seat. Eric Adams out of Brooklyn, former policeman. He said he joined the cops to change the police. Well, he ain't changed that. But let's give him hope. He got beat up by the cops. You know, because when I used to see Eric Adams, I would think the man's a cop. And when we brought him on here, I told him to his face. I said, man, when I look at you, I think you're a cop. And the man said, listen, I joined in there to change the system. But congratulations to that man, because he put in the work and took nothing for granted. And so when you see people successful in life, no matter what it is, they put in the work. The other day I got off, real talk, I got off the yacht. Big shit, big as a fucking block. Shout out She's a 10. And when I get off the yacht, I see this, he looked Indian. He was walking a man in a suit with a vacuum cleaner. Like back in the days, you would see a guy, he had a vacuum cleaner. He obviously wasn't vacuum cleaning it. He was definitely trying to sell vacuum cleaners to the hotel or whatever the case may be, or whatever the yachts or whatever. And so I look at him and said, these be the guys who become rich. These be the guys who become rich, who we're promoting July 4th and we're having a good time, and he's out there with no pride selling the latest vacuum cleaner. And so when I meet these people who become billionaires, these are the guys. This is the mentality. This is the mentality. And Summerman. What you know about the Summerman? You don't know about the Summerman? You know about the Summerman? What you know about the Summerman? You don't know the Summerman. Summerman smoke ganja. Summerman drink Ciroc. Summerman gamble. Fat Joe drink a Diet Pepsi. What's the problem? What's the problem? And so I sit here and I go, yo, Star, get me a Diet Pepsi. Get me a Diet Wild Cherry Pepsi. And they laugh. Nah, Joe, you the sugar-free man. You're the sugar-free man. And I say, what's wrong with me drinking a Diet Pepsi or a Diet Wild Cherry Pepsi? Some men gamble too much. Some men use drugs too much. Some men have many addiction, you know. Find your worst addiction of Diet Pepsi. Let the man die behind the Diet Pepsi. Do you understand? And so that's what I mean. Summer man. And it fucked up because where I'm at, the island, I'm in the Bahamas. And so these people are the Bahamas are the nicest people in the island. And so they so nice. And I keep saying, some of them smoke ganja, some of them sniff coke, Fat Joe like a Diet Pepsi. So they start laughing. No, I know, I'm just using my patois voice. I know I got the worst patois voice ever created. You ain't got to tell me, I know. I like talking that shit, being that we are sitting in some fucking palm trees and some blue fucking water. Don't act like... Hold on. Some of mine may never share that view with you. Some of mine. Trust me when I tell you. Some of mine keep it to themselves. Some of mine want the riches and never share with the people. Some of mine never open up businesses in the hood. Some of mine never share opportunity. Shout out to the essential workers, the people who have held us down through the whole entire COVID. Nurses, everybody. Tomorrow in New York City, they are doing a big parade for the essential workers. Go out there. Support them like they winning the championship. These people risk their lives. When I was in fear, when most of us was in fear, I thought I was gonna die. I thought I would die. And so I keep it true with myself. I made some promises to myself. There was times, I could have went to a basketball game courtside and I didn't go, or do the stuff I like and I ain't do it. And so I told myself in the COVID, I said, listen, man, because listen to this, man. Will Castro, Go Sloan Kettering. That's where my sister works, Will Castro's wife. And they are real, oh man, they fight for the people. They saved my mother's life, Sloan Kettering, with the cancer. And so I said to myself, I say, yo, man, you looking at a guy, and I know there's realer guys. I know the 88ers are watching. I know the guys who think they did 20 years of watching. Listen, guys, we was in the streets. I prayed for you every night you did your time. Whether I knew you or I didn't. I don't like no one going to jail. I prayed for the real ones. Now, how real are you if you do your time and you say to yourself in jail all the time, I heard, yo, why Joe ain't in here with us? Why Joe ain't get locked up? He was hustling. He was in the streets. Bro, that's beyond hate. I'm telling you. And I see these guys are still big them up. Every time somebody tell me something about them, I know about what y'all was saying in Otisville and what y'all was saying in Fort Dix. I got blessed. God wanted another journey. I went to music and changed my life. But that's no reason for you to be mad at me or for you to think that you're realer than me because you did time. If we would have did the same time, we would have did the same time. I actually was out here doing real time. Trying to duck the law and trying to duck the haters that want to kill me at the same time. elevate our era and elevate who we are to another level. But it's crazy. I never once saw a guy go to jail other than child predator, or let's be honest, a mass murderer. Like a guy who just kills everything. The guy in your town that you hear, he shot them all, he keeps getting away. If he gets caught, he should be in jail, right? And so it's amazing to me when I hear, some of my people from the hood telling me, yo, Joe, they mad because yo, what the fuck? I never heard of that. I pray for you guys. It's unbelievable. Nah, brothers. I always spend time with Khaled. I'm not crazy. I'll tell you the truth. Shout out to my brother, the one and only. Man, I don't know what to tell you, man. In rap, if you ask me, well, if I knew him, yes. I got brothers that been in jail for 26 years and we still go see their mothers. And we still go take care of them. Yes. Some guys, how about this? How about keeping it real with a guy who does 16 years? You stick up a supermarket to pay for their lawyer when they catch their court case, and you go visit them for 16 years in snowstorms, and when they come out of jail, they turn into pieces of shits. And they ain't loyal. Talking to the wrong ones, guys. Anybody who talks shit about Fat Joe, they talk shit from far. They don't really know him. Imagine that. You go see a dude in snowstorms while you're number one in the world with number one platinum records, and you pull up to visit them for 16 years straight. They come home, go bad. That's horrible. And so these are guys we supposed to really care about. Momo, what's up? These are guys we're supposed to lie to ourselves. We keep it real. You go to jail. It's unbelievable, man. How did I get sidetracked?
Ungrateful motherfuckers.
Ungrateful motherfuckers. Nah. It's
you
the
probably
truth.
read a comment. Ungrateful motherfuckers.
Tell Rich Barber that I'm on the live early. And so, Chris BX. Oh no, that's real talk. Yo, Walik, what's good? And so, I'm going Chris Paul. Chris Paul, Phoenix Suns.
How many games?
And how many games you think?
5 or 6?
6.
6?
6 games.
Because
the Milwaukee Bucks, they might disagree with me. Giannis, I heard he's coming back tonight.
Game time decision.
I mean, I don't know. I'm going to Suns just because. See, CP3 been going hard forever. Remember they blocked the move for him to go play with Kobe in the Lakers? They said they would be too strong.
Howard Stern,
now they
right?
got the whole world.
What was that? Dave Stern did
Dave
that?
Stern.
Yeah, I was
and so they almost made it so that he could never win a chip. They traded him to Oklahoma. They traded everywhere. They try to shit on him.
They said he might go to the Lakers after this year.
I don't know. Yo, stop with the Lakers shit. CP3 deserves a chip. CP3. No, well, for me, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Shout my man Jim Winkler. He's gonna kill me because I said Milwaukee. I chose Phoenix. Jim Winkler, I love you. Let me tell you something. Me, I knew I had to get out the game. Everybody I knew was getting locked up for 30, 40 years. My best friend is still in jail before I was rapping. Okay, so it was like you either gonna stay in the streets and go do 30 joints, or God willing, they don't have enough on you, go switch your life. So I knew it was through music. And I actually took a pay cut when I joined the music game because I was in the streets doing my thing. And so the problem is some people get real mad because they can't lie to you and tell you the man wasn't out there like that, outside. They can't lie to you and say they wasn't going to them Club 2000s and all them parties at the Castle and he ain't have trash cans full of Moets. And so they mad. Soy boricua y soy cubano. Por supuesto, yo hablo español. Papito, ¿qué quieren de mí? Yeah, if you never owned a boob, you wasn't a hustler like that. Man, wait till the Fat Joe book come out, man. Y'all gotta be kidding me, man. In fact, what my specialty was taking your block. Try that one. Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop, man. My job was taking your block. How about that one? Oh my God! I can't get it. Fat Joe, he's with Cali. He's the Fat Joe, the rapper now. He's a nice guy. He gives back. He's a sweet guy. He's a teddy bear. Different guy growing up. And if you was there, you know it.
Can't do that forever. That's not the move.
But you cannot do that forever. That is not the move forever. In this day and age, something's totally wrong with the youth in them. I live in Miami. These guys rob gas stations with no mask. Thank God COVID helped them a little. I mean, yo, these guys, well, I try to be, because I grew up in the streets hard, but I changed my life. And I got a blessing and I started rapping. Yo, guys, I went to the Apollo Theater. You imagine being a guy in the streets, well-respected, driving Benzes and Beamers, Dapper Dan shit on, going to amateur night at the Apollo where they could boo you. And when I performed at the Apollo, these same guys who criticized me in the hood where their voices are very minimal, I was in Paid in Full. If you'd have took the movie Paid in Full and moved the camera to the right, I was in a truck buying Willie burgers. Come on, don't lie to yourselves. I was in Paid in Full. What I'm saying is, guys, I don't have to tell you. There's cameras here now. I'm being taken in 3 different directions now in the middle of paradise. In fact, today I took a walk on the beach, and no disrespect, but one of the very rich neighbors who's on a mansion on the water too ran out and took pictures of me. So I got pictures out there somewhere topless. You can go nowhere without cameras. And so what we try to tell the youth in them is, listen, don't be impulsive. Don't be young. Try to be older, act older, think older than you are, because when you're young, you feel like you're invincible. You feel like you're 18, 19, you could do 15 years, 20 years. And so you do the dumbest shit. Because when I was young, I was doing The pound for pound. I drive myself crazy trying to think of the past. Like the dumbest shit in the world. When we was young, we didn't think. And so the youth, it ain't no change. The youth always been the crazy ones. The youth always been on one. When we was young, the first thing was like, yo, you know those guys over there, yeah, we're going to show them this. And so, but all you got to do is try to let them know that they're more important than going to, let me tell you something. They try to recruit me one time, and I'm not disrespecting anybody for what they do. But one time I got approached by a gang, and they said, this was like when they became the biggest in New York or whatever the case may be, right? And so everywhere I went, they like, you got these guys trying to pass me a phone to talk to the leader of all leaders. So I talked to the guy. And he says, yo, Joe, I've been looking for you. This Big Pun's already platinum. And he says, yo, Joe, you know, I want to meet with you, whatever. I said, all right, man. So we met Jimmy's Brown's Cafe. I had Pun with me. Me, Pun, Raul, and somebody else. I could tell you now because it's 20-some years ago, we beyond strapped. The rocket launchers is this big. Guy said, you robbed me in 88 for 20K. Can I get that back? Damn, I thought you was there by now, man. And so,
shit.
And so the guy, we meet the guy. He's sitting there. He got 3-4 guys. And he starts telling me, yo, listen, y'all the Latinos, everybody looks up to y'all. Everybody, you know, you and Pun and the kids love you and this and this and that. And so we want you to join the gang. So I look at the guy and said, well, let me ask you a question. Because I'm already making big money. Like, I'm already a millionaire. I'm saying, let me ask you a question. Who's the biggest guy in the gang that I should look up to? That's easy. That's such and such. He's doing triple life in jail. Could only get out 1 hour a day. Well, who's like the second guy? That's incredible. He's the OG of all OGs. He's doing double life. Well, you don't have like no stockbrokers or principal or school or somebody who could teach me how to open some businesses? No, I said, well, brother, you can't ask me to join no gang or no, like, you can't. Like, you got to be fucking kidding me. The dude looks at me, he laughs. I won't tell you the rest of it. I'm not dry snitching, brother. I haven't named the name. I haven't named or put a dude in jail. I haven't told you the name of the gang. I haven't. What's dry snitching? Get the fuck off the podcast if you don't want to hear real shit. But my thing is, and so yeah, I use my platform for positivity. Yeah, I'm tough. Yeah, I grew up in the streets. Yeah, I grew up however I did, but I tried to use positive energy and try to wake you up ahead of time. Maybe Fat Joe the rapper, who came from the projects like you, who came from a tough background, this is white van talk. This is beyond white van talk. So I don't know how many of you guys done got peer pressure to this. I don't fold, Poppy. For nobody. I never have. Not in the East Coast, the West Coast, down south. I don't fold. I know that's hard for a lot of you guys to understand when I say this. And I know there's some guys there at war 10 times realer than me. You're probably a mask. I don't know. And it's hard for you to hear that. Nah. It's not about that. See, what you got to understand is a leader. I've been a leader my whole life. Never of a gang. But I've been a leader my whole life. I've been a leader my whole life. Part of a leader is not sending your people to jail. Part of a leader is because when you're a leader, you have major influence. And so you could talk to guys who look up to you. And you can manipulate these guys. If you're an evil person, you can manipulate a young dude and tell him to do some shit that he'll be in jail forever. He don't even know why he's in jail. Because he believed you and now his whole life is fucked. And who are you? You can't even fucking buy a Twinkie. And so me, being somebody of influence, I made sure none of my guys would go to jail. I made sure I told them, yo, you can't be doing that. Since back then. Now, I'm not, if it popped off in front of a club or something like that, or somebody fighting or something like that, I can't do nothing about it. And so what I'm saying to you is, that's just always been my approach. I know there's people who feel like gang life is incredible. They love it. They're big brothers. They big brothers. They didn't have a home. I get it. I've heard all the ideologies. I heard them all. And I got friends who, go by them rules. And I'm not disrespecting them. And every time I tell you some shit, it always backed up. I didn't even say it. I said, how crazy does Fat Joe sound? Right? How crazy does Fat Joe sound? Saying, yo, the great Tupac Shakur, because Tupac Shakur, Pristine Jewelers, Tupac Shakur is the realest rapper ever lived. There's no question. Not even Fat Joe could come up in here and tell you some shit like Tupac. He the realest. Every time I ever seen him, he was in violence. He was
with the smokes.
He was with the smoke every time I ever saw him. And so somebody said a rumor. Somebody said, yo, man, I heard, when Tupac was in jail, you told the Spanish guys to hold him down. And so Mutabel, his right-hand man from the Outlaws, recently did an interview where he said, yo, Greg Knight told Joe sent the kite out. Pop! told him himself. He was with him every day. Pac told him, yo, Fat Joe, man, send the Puerto Ricans to hold me down in there. I can't make this shit up. It happened. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, the guys who want to hate. I'm sorry. It happened. It's real shit. You guys, like, I could be talking mad shit up on here I don't talk about. You think I talk a lot. I don't talk about. I do not talk a lot. Trust me, I talk enough. Man, I ain't capping. Go look at the interview. Mutabel. I'm not capping, brothers. I could tell you more stories. Not just about Tupac, about everybody, to be honest with you. But I don't.
Got a lot of followers.
I keep it on positivity.
Positive vibes only.
I keep it on positivity every time. The way is, nobody knows. What's up, Rashad? Nobody knows the way for each person. Everybody's journey is different. I see you, Crazy Legs. Crazy Legs said, New York is very different. Latinos and black people rock with each other. That's how we came into hip hop. Crazy Legs, living legend. Thank you for that. But yeah, it's like that. But I know there's other parts of the country where everybody's like really on some racial shit. I hope not. You know, I've always, let me tell you a secret. You want a Joker moment? I'll tell you a Joker moment. My whole life, I have used Fat Joe to bridge the divide between black and brown. My whole entire life. My rap career was built on bringing Latino and black people together. My whole life. My whole career was based on, when punk came out, more that means black and brown. My whole life. Fat Joe was a vessel to bring the division together, to kick the racism out, and have us realize that we both one tribe, and we both feel the same oppression, and we both have fucked up education system. It's always been that. That's always been my whole life. Even if I was on some gangster shit. My whole life. It's so crazy. The other day I'm sitting up in here, I'm in the fucking island, and I said to myself, man, Joe, what was your purpose? And I said, listen, man, my purpose was bringing Latinos who had a little iffy about the black people, bringing black people who had a little iffy about the Latino together. And if you were smart, you would have known that. Brothers who are on an intellectual level of uplifting the people, really, not speaking through a racist lens. People. Not from a racist lens, because some people are too Latino, bro. I open my DM and they, let's overthrow Puerto Rico. I'll be so scumped. There is a such thing of radicalism in every race and every culture. Sometimes I pick up some shit and they be like, yo, the black man this, and then I'm like, yo, bro, we going too far. Sometimes when you speak too radical, you sound like when the COVID started, And everybody was saying it's the 5G network. Listen. Hello. I'm not lying. Sometimes when you're too radical, when you're too pro-black, you too pro-Latino, you start sounding like the 5G towers created COVID. It's the craziest shit. So I've been about positive vibes only. How can we promote positivity? How can we promote family, love, unity? My brother, my best friend, is a Muslim. My other brother, my best friend, Pristine, he's a Jew. Carolyn, Jewish. I personally am proud that I came from the streets, from oppression, from getting my ass kicked by the cops every day, from doing the dumbest shit in the world, and where I can look at everybody as human and with love. So if you promoting hate and shit like that, that's not it for me. And I'm sorry, because I be seeing some comments sometime where they be like, yo, Joe, you know, this. I do not know. I do not respect love. I like that you said that. This shit crazy. Exactly. God is here for everybody. Tailor-made. Tailor-made. And you think I care? No, really, guys. I appreciate that you rock out with me every night on this, but do you think I care? Like, does it look like I'm fucked up or I'm pop? Does it look like I have a problem in the world? No. I do this because they don't do it. And when I was growing up and I was in the rap game, I wish somebody would have told me, yo, Joe, you wasting your time with 50 guys. You paying all their rents, their bills. They get thrown out their crib. You in the hotel. They popping a million bottles. You wasting your time. Premium P. I wish somebody, an OG, would have told me. A Russell Simmons, Kevin Lyles, somebody would have said, yo, you wasting your time. LL Cool J told me a story. LL said, yo, man, I said, yo, LL, man, you the smartest guy. I never seen you, and I hope I'm not. Now I might be dry snitching. Now I might be dry snitching. But I said, LL, I never see you with nobody. You're always by yourself. You had it right from day one. I never met LL Cool J. Never said, yo, this is my friend. And so when he tells me, I said, yo, L, he said, no. When I first came out, I had the whole hood with me. But the one time I told the hood, like, I ain't got money to hold them down, they got real disrespectful, started acting a certain way with me, this and this and that. It's the same shit with everybody. Fat Joe bought fucking trucks for bums. And when you think about it, for bums. And so you took guys on private planes that would have never been on a private plane. You showed them the Ritz-Carlton, they would have never been there. And you trying to, these guys are fucking bums. I was thinking the other day, I'm in the pool, and I'm thinking about one guy who I really love that slipped through the cracks. I took this guy in palaces in Dubai and all that. He was a bum. And why whenever I talk like that, y'all want to throw people's names in there? I'm not talking about these guys. Look, how many of you guys still talk to somebody that you used to be cool with 28 years ago or 25 years ago? You broke up, you're not cool with them no more, you went your way, you got kids now, you moving on, you this, and then this. I just don't know how people like to bring up relationships from 28 years ago or 25 years ago. Yo, bro, everybody moves on. Somebody says positive things. They're trying to get you in trouble, Joe. Not me. Not if they gotta come to a golf course. They gotta come to some shit where you can't get in. No, sir. No, sir. Not me. Get me in trouble? Not me.
Ungrateful motherfucker.
I'm way past the get me in trouble stage. Are you fucking kidding me? You see what we doing out here? The hardest lesson, now I'm telling you shit to, you say you're talking about the past. Well, let's talk about the present. What do you want to know about the present? What do you want to know about the present? We get to the bag in every which way we can. That's legit. We open up businesses in the hood to inspire our own people and to let them know Fat Joe is still here. It's still a home base. You can make it out the hood, but you can still come back and pull them up. Tone Sunshine, what's up, my brother? Love you, my brother. If you want me to talk about now, what do you want me to talk about? You want to take you to the chef and show you the fucking lobsters he's cooking? You want to see how big the fucking TV screen is we're about to watch the game? Do you want us to have a mariachi singing right now? The fuck are you talking about now? Like, are you nuts?
Stay in the light, Joe. Stay in the light.
No, I'm just trying to say, like, talk about...
Nah, stay in the light.
What the fuck do you want me to talk to you about? I feel bad talking about shit like that. I try to be humble, man, and respectful. I feel bad. You want me to just come here and talk shit about how... I feel bad, man. And so I try to keep it an even playing field to tell you, yo, bro, you can make it over there. You can push over the threshold. You can make it of yourself. Bro, Parrish, I want to tell you about how I'm living. COVID, I'll tell you the same thing. Y'all want to lie. Y'all want to kill me. Y'all want to say, hey, the people who are not vaccinated are catching COVID. The people who are not vaccinated, once again, are catching COVID. If you look at Missouri, nobody got the vaccine. It's on fucking fire. COVID is fake, just Google India. God bless them. How many people are dying? The Delta strain. I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you something I did. And so when you're a celebrity, they think you're getting paid for everything. And so when you're a celebrity, they think you get paid. Like I'm getting paid for the COVID. Look, 50 Cent, we had war. I posted him up on his birthday. On his 40th birthday, I threw him a birthday party on a yacht. I don't tell you shit that lies. The biggest fucking yacht in the world with lobsters and cakes. We celebrated our peace on his birthday when he was 40 years old. You want to talk about loyalty and being respectful. When I shook that man's hand, I ain't never say a foul word about him again. We ain't never had a problem. Sons. Yeah, India's getting bodied right now because unfortunately they didn't have the choice we had. How come America is so spoiled that we got the vaccine everywhere and you have an Afrocentric or some shit, you don't want to take the vaccine. Somebody's telling you not to take the vaccine. And people are dying all over the world, wish they got the vaccine. Hey man, I took it. My wife took it. My daughter took it. My son Joey took it. My mother took it. My father took it.
10 o'clock. Put that out.
I got vaccinated. I have no problem. Swimming, catching the suntan every day. I have no fear of catching COVID again. And if I have COVID, well, I never caught it before. Be clear. I never caught it. But Remy Ma does have new music coming very soon. Philly. And so Remy Ma has new music coming soon. Tony, you took the vaccine? Congratulations, you'll be here with me. I don't know what to tell you. When people ain't get the vaccine that I'm cool with, that they family, I don't speak around them and be like, yo, the vaccine. So on them, they all know I'm vaccinated. I don't wanna lie to you. You get the vaccine, you go to the game. You get the vaccine, you win a concert. Because of the vaccine, whether you think you're the smartest guy in the world or smartest sister in the world, and you feel, yo, let everybody get the vaccine, I waited out to the end. Suppose you catch the yonder. The real Fat Joe, the real Joey Crack is here. I've always dealt with love. You just ain't never seen me in a podcast talking my mind. All you heard was gangster records. But the real Fat Joe is here. I've always loved my people. I've always stood for unity. If I ever had to go against somebody, it's because they disrespected me. I do not care about the unknown risk issues. I care about being able to come out my fucking house. And when I was in here doing this COVID shit with y'all for a year and 2 months, I really was home every day. Like y'all was bullshitting, acting like y'all was home. I was home. Tanzania, my people, Africa, I love you guys. Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. I'm a Moderna baby, guys. Do I know Arab people? Yo, you people are crazy. Check this out, man. My wife's my principal. She just knocked on the window right now and said, my wife's my principal.
Honey, 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 honey.
My wife's my principal. My wife's my principal. And that's how you feel. You go on a plate, you make yourself some dinner, you put too much rice, they smack the shit off your shit. They tell you what they tell you what's going. My wife's my principal. Have you ever felt like my wife's my principal? And so what I say is, listen, man. Yeah. Nah, we got into some shit. You know, every now and then I gotta, cause you know, some people really crazy out here, man. And so what you gotta understand is, all I try to do is be transparent with you. That maybe you could learn through my failures. Maybe you could learn through my lessons. A lot of guys don't want to talk about this shit. Listen, guys, God bless you guys. Let your darkest moments bring your most clarity. Everybody out there, put God first. You think I say that like a slogan? Put God first. In good times and bad times. You know, guys, I know they're going through a divorce. They go through somebody, their moms, anybody gets ill. They get on their knees, they start praying. Something happens. They forget God. Thank God all the time. Even when it's good, thank you, God. Oh my God, this wind is great. This fucking air is great. This sun. Because any minute that we are on earth is stolen time. We are stealing time. The truth is, none of us know when we're going to go. That's the whole mystery of life. I got guys who were working on the next big thing. They were stressed out. They was this, they was that, they was that. Crashed in a car, they died. This is the shit I'm telling y'all. Peace. We the biggest in the game.
Peace, y'all.
I ain't gonna lie to them.